Fox here with Tech Effect, trying out a new channel and playing a little Minecraft. Got new shaders from Zeus or Zeus, however you want to pronounce it. Just a sec. Got to turn the rain off here. A little too loud. Alright, so picked up the new shader, the path tracing shader, joining the his Patreon, Cody's Patreon, Sonic Ether, Ether, however you pronounce it, the gold tier. And yeah, saw a video of UMSOEA, so yeah, floating around right now. It's really popular, that has ray tracing in it, and he's making his own textures now, and it looks phenomenal. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll probably link it in the description. Give him a little shout out. And yeah, I'm sure many people have seen it. Look at these blocks. These are awesome. So anyways, I've been playing around with the shader itself and trying different resource or texture packs, and I didn't really like any that were out there. You know, they were high definition, but nothing like what he showed in his video. So I put it upon myself to make my own. And I shouldn't say make my own. These textures were made by, his name is, let's see here, I can't remember, but the site, oh, it's Struffle Productions. Site is CCO Textures. And he has made all of these textures by scratch, usually I think with his DSLR, and he's gone through with like GIMP and a photo editor, and he has basically made the color texture, the normal maps, the rough maps, the diffuse maps, the specular maps, all of that stuff. And he has it available on his site. He has 2K, 4K, and 8K textures. And all he wants is a shout out, and if you feel like supporting him on Patreon, you can. I'll bring up all that information at the end of the video. So anyways, man, these reflections are awesome. Too bad you can't see Steve himself. You can see his shadow, but not him. Yeah, I built this home after I put together a random resource pack. I didn't even put it together. I used somebody else's resource pack. I did a quick tutorial and just kind of flopped together these textures that you see from CCO's website, and they worked. I couldn't believe it, and I'm blown away by it. Like, this is a paint texture right here, this blue, and it's just awesome with this shader. And the light bouncing off of like all the metals, like I mean, he has so many different kinds of metals with little bits of rust on them, and the specular maps and the bump mapping, the normal mapping I should say. It works so well with this shader. And I quick tried in building a house, as you can see, and went through like 4 different iterations of it. It started off with wood planks, and then the textures I overrode were just random textures like this blue that I just zoomed in on. I think I just overrode like a blue wool texture for that. And the metals, obviously, I used like iron block and a gold block, and iron ore and gold ore, some stone. The looks like a little fireplace behind me. It's not really a fireplace. That's what it looks like to me. That is stone itself. And as you can see there's weird anomalies with the path tracing when it comes to really complicated textures. Like I said, these are 2048 textures, but to not get the disco effect, I had to actually set the shader to 512 because this resource pack that I'm using is. Look at this blooming effect. It's just adjusting just like the eye. Goes dim when you zoom in, shows all that bouncing light, and then when you zoom back out, oh, it bounces all the way down to the floor. Here's some yellow tile that for some reason showed up gold. I must have used the wrong specular map from the texture pack that I got from it. That's just supposed to look like painted tile you would see in like a subway. Instead it looks like the yellow brick road going through my house. Wizard of Oz reference. That's supposed to be like pavement, what I just zoomed in on there. And wood textures, those are awesome. I made sure not to put specular maps on those. I, however, did use a metal map that kind of uses this. It's like a spec map, but it just highlights the little nails, the nail texture in it, so it makes those a little shiny. That was the pavement one again. There's gold, quite shiny. That's a sea beacon or whatever. That was snow. That does not look good from far away, but once it's in the sunlight and you zoom in, I mean, the texture's crazy on that. The water looks awesome. So, maybe I'll try nighttime out. Show you guys. That was a weird flicker. Anyways, I think I'll try nighttime out. Resource, video settings. Where is it at? Performance? No, I think it's in other. Yeah, there it is. Time of day. Look, and that should show that I'm running at 4K using a 2080 Ti. And I think it's known that RTX cards don't play the best with this shader. It does not use any of the RT cores whatsoever. Obviously it's not ray tracing, it's path tracing, a little older technology. Runs good on older cards like Maxwell and Pascal, but not Turing. Yeah, so nighttime's iffy. I probably should have put these textures onto a different resource pack. This one I'm using right now, it doesn't have the, I don't know, there's like specular lighting that different resource packs show up really well with, like the moonlight and the sunlight, and it makes them look really amazing. This one, it doesn't do it, but the lighting itself from these beacons I'm using as light sources inside the house, those work really well with this texture pack for some reason. Yeah, that looks awesome. I could use any of this stuff for a screenshot. Yeah, and by the way, this is first ever edited video using Vegas Pro 14, old, not very user-friendly, but it works. First time for that, first time uploading a video period, first time modding Minecraft, first time making somebody else's texture work that's not really compatible with it, work with it. It's a whole lot of firsts. Like even me recording my voice right now, I don't have a microphone, so I'm just using my phone as a recording device. And it's working a lot better. I have an Astro A40 headset, and the mic on that's garbage. So yeah. Man, this looks awesome at nighttime. I should probably get a different mod, like a resource pack for the sky. That's the basic one. I think I left the stars on. I think I even turned the sun and the moon on. The sun with this shader pack or texture pack looks fine, but the moon just looks like a regular Minecraft moon. Daytime, yay! Yeah, the sun looks awesome. Both nighttime and daytime look great with this. As far as this pack goes, these textures, I think I'm going to end this here and go to the website for CCO. These are completely free, and here it is right here, CCO Textures by Struffle Productions. Yeah, look at these things. This is all completely free. He's not asking for anything, you know. I'm giving him a shout out because this is, I can only imagine as much work as this. Like, look, I mean, there's pages and pages of this stuff. There's the blue paint on the right that I used. There's brick. Some of these assets look like textures I've seen in other resource packs, but I'm not sure how in depth they went with them. This metal pipe here, this is awesome. I haven't figured out what to use this with yet because it's made for more of a circular object, obviously not Minecraft being all blocks. There it is, all the way zoomed out so you can see what it looks like in a grid pattern. So yeah, there's 2K, 4K, 8K, and then I think the work for him. I'm going to download the 2K version and open that up. Let you look at the different file types. Top one is color. That's just the standard color texture. Again, this is in 2K. And yeah, every one that I go through now, that's just the normal, this is the normal map here. The last one I believe was a diffused map. This one is the rough map. You basically just have to convert those to ping. And here is his Patreon page. Again, I mean, this is minimal compared to what actual resource pack makers want for theirs. I mean, Continuum wants like $25 for their 2K textures, and this guy has 8K textures, which probably wouldn't work. But that's my video, guys. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I probably won't. I'll make more videos as I add more textures. I mean, he's got pages and pages of this stuff. But I probably won't be making a resource pack at anybody's request. I don't want any credit given to me for that work. I definitely don't want to make any money off of it. All I did was import that stuff into Minecraft. And any credit that is due to the shader pack maker guys, the resource pack guys, and then obviously Struffle Productions. He needs a big shout out. Hopefully you guys liked what you saw in the video. I'll probably make more. Mess around with the spec maps a little more on a couple of those, like the gravel one didn't turn out the best. But aside from that, see you guys next time.